So with the new DCU now up and running, we're getting told about more stories and more ideas that are coming out. And apparently, James Gunn has already announced 15 new projects. Yes, that's right. 15. That's across both movie and television. That's insane. And as everyone is pointing out, hey, is there no possibility you could focus on, I don't know, one movie? But no, they're talking about 15 movies. And now there's a new rumor that they possibly could be doing a Batman adjacent story next to the DCU's Batman. And this comes from the Barbarians director and writer Zach Cregger, who was hoping to pitch this idea to DC Studios. The idea is for a Joker Harley Quinn movie, supposedly. And you just have to roll your eyes and say, we literally just had one of them. Why would we want another one? Especially when the last one didn't do too well, did it? So let's have a look at this, because apparently he wrote this quite a while ago, before James Gunn took over. But now he's hoping to get James Gunn to look at it and greenlight it for him. So it's saying, Barbarian mark Zach Cregger's debut as a writer/director horror fans should be keeping a very close eye on. And by all accounts, Weapons is even more terrifying than his first solo feature. Despite Cregger's being hailed as the next big thing in the horror genre, the filmmaker is actually a huge comic book fan, and it sounds like he'd jump at the chance to develop a DC-based script he penned before Barbarian. While appearing on Bloody Disgusting's podcast back in 2022, Cregger revealed that he has completed a Batman-adjacent script and would love the opportunity to bring it to the screen. This is what he said back then. The thing I'd love to do next, I've actually written a movie that takes place in the DC universe, which is so not normally my thing. I'm not a superhero guy. I just couldn't stop thinking about this one story that kind of takes place in a Batman adjacent thing. And so I wrote it, and I'm utterly obsessed with it. So that's what he said back in 2022. The first thing I want to kind of go to with this is he says right here, I'm not a superhero guy. What did this article literally just put it down as? He's a huge comic book fan. How exactly is he a huge comic book fan if he's saying he's not a superhero guy? Obviously, he could be talking about in terms of writing stories and stuff, but that's not how it comes off. So Cregger didn't share any specifics on his story at the time, but during a more recent interview with Discussing Film, he described the script as the best thing I've ever written and addressed the likelihood of it being brought to the attention of DC Studios now that James Gunn and Peter Safran are in charge. This is what he said. If I got the call, I would drop everything and go make that movie in a heartbeat. It's my favorite thing I've ever written. I love it. I'm dying to make it. I have not talked to James Gunn in my whole life. I don't know him, but I would certainly love to meet him and have the conversation. Who knows, man? So that's what he said now. And this is where it's getting reported that it's a Joker Harley Quinn movie. Is now Daniel Richman is reporting that the script is actually a Joker and Harley Quinn movie. The Scooper isn't sure if Cregger has actually pitched his idea to Gunn yet, but if not, he believes he does intend to do so. So we're looking at this thing possibly being a pitch for another Joker Harley Quinn movie. Again, if James Gunn is shown this and he loves it and greenlights it, then we are going to have the Joker put in place before Batman in the DCU. Wrap your head around that. That is insane. But the real question has to be, would they go for it? But if it is, of course, a Harley Quinn Joker story, being the fact that only last year, it was last year, Joker Folie à Deux came out, wasn't it? That that was a Joker Harley Quinn story. So why would you greenlight another one this soon? Especially after that first one tanked at the box office. And think about that as well. Joker came out and blew past $1 billion. Not just did it go past $1 billion, but did so on a $60 million budget. Joker Folie à Deux comes out. What did happens? It couldn't even break $400 million at the box office, and it cost over $200 million to make. So the interest there and what they did with it obviously has waned. People are already fed up with new takes on Harley Quinn. And quite frankly, a lot of people are sick and tired of new takes on Joker as well. Everybody's pointing and saying, look, there's so many other villains in the Batman universe that you should be leaning towards and using, instead of going constantly back to the same people over and over and over again, such as Joker. If this movie idea is Joker and Harley Quinn, and it's Batman adjacent, which doesn't mean they want it to be there with Batman. It means it's without Batman. You know, they want it to be there and exist in the world where Batman could be, but it doesn't have to rely on him. You're just going to piss people off again. People are going to sit there going, we don't want another Joker movie that doesn't feature Batman. We don't want another Batman villain movie that doesn't feature Batman. Why would we want any of this? Stop focusing on a billion other things. Focus on one. That's all you have to do, is focus on one. The next focus should be solely on Supergirl. But it's not, because it's on Supergirl, Lanterns, Peacemaker Season 2, Clayface, and now fast-tracking a Wonder Woman script. It's already an absolute mess, and they need to get things in order already. And we're only one movie in. It's insane. But if it is a Joker and Harley Quinn movie, I think, doesn't matter how good James Gunn thinks the script is, look at the writing on the wall and realize it would be a colossal mistake to do it. And more importantly, if it's another script for a villain, a Batman villain, that doesn't feature Batman, you definitely shouldn't do it, because you know what you should do? Get Batman on the screen. Try that first. Then you can greenlight these things. With that though, there's not much else to say. I don't particularly want another Joker Harley Quinn movie. I don't particularly want another Joker in the universe. At least not yet. Do let me know what you guys think, and my god, how much do you not want another Harley Quinn Joker story? Especially that doesn't feature Batman, because I'm sure you're in the same boat as the rest of us. Do let us know. And with that, I will leave it there for this one. So like and share and subscribe and all that good stuff. Cheers, and I shall catch you in the next one.